So we've got some monster running about. Okay, that did make me jump. That did make me jump. Hello, my fellow gnomes. How are you all doing? Welcome back. There's lots of you in the chat. We've got Coco Colin got in here first. Akos, Pineapple on Pizza, Sarah Gababin, Quantum Bloxer, Pink Texan, Scripted Story, Clips Player, Goose, Mark Melnico or something. Lots of you. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. I am absolutely sweltering here. I've got a kind of a small room that is my office. It's a very hot day outside, and I have this little puny little fan trying to keep me a little bit cool, but that's all I've got going on here at the moment. Well, this was going to be a Gnomecode Academy exclusive. I asked a bunch of people to send me in their games who are in the Academy, and the Academy stream never happened, so I thought, what the heck, let's just make this public for everyone. So the games I'm playing are going to be ones that have been submitted by Academy members, so if you're wanting to suggest ones for this stream, sadly it's too late because I've already got my list of games to play, but I'll interact with you guys in the chat, and you'll hopefully enjoy me checking these games out. I'm going to try and be brutally honest where I can, so that the people that submitted them, you know, they really get the most out of the feedback. So if you think I'm being like mean or whatever, you know, I'm not. I'm just trying to help these people out, because sometimes you have to be critical in order to actually get somewhere. So that's all of the bulletin stuff out of the way, and let's get into today's I was going to say today's video, but today's stream content, which is reviewing some of the games from Academy members. So this is it. This is Doors and Doors Russia, apparently. I have no idea what this says. Ya nadeus tibie eta whatever. Okay, we don't know, but he's telling us something. We'll load this thing. Oh, we've got to update Roblox. What a pain. Although this isn't telling us to update it, so why can't we? Can we try again? Is it going to work this time? Oh, there we go. We've got the little loader. Oh, someone's translated for you. I'm hoping you like this game. There we go. Thank you very much. What kind of RPG, someone asked? A turn-based RPG like Paper Mario, RPG where you buy weapons with money and kill weapons. Yeah, that's more what I was thinking, more of the kind of classical RPG, where you have skills and your enemies and such like, rather than like a turn-based thing. Okay, so this is his lobby area. I mean, I'd say this is decent for the environment. It's nothing too exciting. What is this? Like something you have to buy? Hard mode. I think this is probably unfinished. Oh no, it's a teleport. I didn't realize. Okay, so I actually don't want this to play the hard mode. Let's play the normal mode first. Interesting. What is this thing? That thing's pretty loud. Does it damage me? I have no idea what that thing does. It's extremely loud. I guess we'll just carry on. Oh, an outside area. That's nice. Always shakes it up. Oh, did he just fall? No. Okay. I mean, this is looking fine as a Doors type game so far, but maybe need a few more rooms. We're getting a lot of repetition. You want a bit more variation if you can. Someone says it's using a kit. Is that what? These are public assets, are they? It looks very similar to the the original Doors wardrobe, but I'm not too sure. It's a while. Whoops! It's a while since I played it. Okay, so I died here. And oh, I just respawned back at the. Oh, okay. So there's a bit of a respawning issue there. It looks like we can't. The next room is despawned. And oh wait, no, we've teleported back. All right, okay. So how do I failed to get in the. Okay, so a few bugs here. Can we go and interact with anything over here? No, okay, that's just shut. Oh, that feels way too common, the shadow monster. I feel like that comes up way too much. I've got to say, this is not great for first impressions, that's for sure. Bit of a buggy experience, unfortunately. I think it needs quite a bit more work. So we'll play it a bit more and see if anything else interesting comes along. Oh, I didn't time that very well, did I? I think we've seen enough of this one, haven't we? Fortunately, a bit bugged. And I think this is probably still like a work in progress game, judging by the UI at least. I think he said it was a preview of his game. So we can teleport to the peak. I kind of don't want to press that, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, nothing happens. So oh, this is the dev build. Okay. Well, I quite like the look of it, I'm going to say, before I even touch or play anything. I quite like the retro look and what is this? We've got House, the actor from House, his face for some reason. Okay, let's claim a tycoon. I'm clicking this. Doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe that's just a prompt. Okay, so it's just reminding me I need to claim one. So that's straight away I would say something to fix. That looks a bit like a button. And yeah, maybe that was stupid of me, but if you can make if there's a stupid mistake that you can make, then somebody will make it. So you gotta look out for that kind of thing. So let's see. Are we doing anything at the moment? How do we start making view teapots? So let's do a red teapot then. And how do we start growing it? Okay, we're clicking it and now we're growing our teapots. And yeah, they're starting to grow. Pretty nice. That was quite easy and satisfying to do. Little sound effects as well. All those little things are good. But yeah, if this is popular, then maybe we'll do another stream. So I can now buy a green one, which is worth a little bit more. Maybe I auto sell them when I harvest them. Oh, thank you, Rip the Ghost. I appreciate the support. Oh yeah, when you harvest, you automatically sell them. I'm guessing that's what happens in Grow a Garden as well. I have just not really played the game, so I don't actually know how that game works either. I mean, I quite like that maybe it gets worse, I don't know, but in terms of like monetization, it's like not in your face or anything. You've just got the option, hey, if you want to like auto harvest or double it, it's right here. You can do that, you can pay and make the game a little bit easier, a little bit faster, but it's not all like boom, boom, boom in your face, buy this, buy that. I always appreciate that. Even if it may be bad for analytics, I think it gives you more of a loyal fan base. I'm playing Thai every day. What do you mean you're playing Thai? From Thailand you're playing? Well, hello Thailand. What are people saying? Would I consider making an identity fraud type game? It's a lovely genre. I'm not aware of the identity fraud genre. What is that? Bro forgot about identity fraud? I don't actually know Roblox games that well, despite what many of you'll think. You know, like I haven't played Grow a Garden yet until now. So there's plenty of trends that I just miss out on, to be honest. When I say until now, I know I'm not playing Grow Garden. But it's almost that. Pretty cool. And now we can probably upgrade our teapot. And there we go. I quite enjoy the like whimsical nonsense of this. It's quite fun. And can we... Oh, we can build a fence. Nice. $900 for a mailbox. The cost of living crisis is real. Does that even do anything? I'm guessing it's just a cosmetic item. And my fence is already broken. What's all that about? I want my money back for that fence. Nefarious Toaster said, "Hi Gnomecode, I've been watching your videos for 4 years now. That's a long time. I was wondering if there's any way for me to ask you a few things before I pay for the academy." Yeah, of course. I mean, you can post them here on the stream, but I might miss them. Or you can email me, or just ping me on the Discord, whichever you find easiest. But yeah, happy to answer a few questions. I'd like to get the rest of the fence. Where can I get that? I think I have to buy these things first, don't I? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get another stone path, another foundation. Oh, this is a house. But I want to secure my borders.
We need
there we
to
go.
build
24,000 for that one. Okay, we should be able to afford that now. There we go. 28,000. We can now secure the borders. It's a complete waste of money, but there we go. Secure. Apart from the slight issue down here. And whoa, it's Jandal. It's the creator himself of Grow a Garden. I think not. Okay, we're not going to go up there, but maybe we'll play to the orange one and do a couple of house upgrades, and then I think we've kind of played this game. So let's sort of give a little review of where I think this game's at. Bear in mind, I haven't really played Grow a Garden, so I'm not going to like critique it compared to that, you know, whether it's like copying it or not, but just as a game itself, I'd say it's doing that gameplay loop really well here. You know, it's very easy. You get started, get yourself a little tycoon pad, and there's not really much friction in terms of like how to get started playing. That can be a massive killer of player bases if someone joins and not sure what to do, right? It's very easy. You just click, you know, highlighted with your cursor, click, you instantly start growing. How do you harvest them? You just run into them and then it automatically sells. There's not like you have to go up, like hold E to then collect your inventory, and then you have to walk off to your shop and stuff. It's all pretty automatic, which makes it really easy to play. And then we can see that, you know, our money's ticking upwards, so we've got that satisfaction. These bars are moving. We can physically, we've got that feedback super important in games. We've got the feedback of seeing stuff growing, you know, these little effects when we collect stuff, and there's some little sound effects as well. That all adds to the satisfaction of it. And then we've got all of these upgrades, which seem kind of reasonably spaced out, and we've also got multiple things to do. So it's kind of like the classic tutorial of classic tycoon of like expanding our little base as well. And I think it's kind of fun having teapots, right? I quite like it. So yeah, I think this game is pretty good. Now, in terms of how it compares to Grow a Garden, like I say, I don't really know Grow a Garden that well. But the problem this game maybe have is it's too much of a trend follower, right? Does it have enough to be unique from it? So one thing that you probably want is something that in terms of the visuals make it a bit more unique. So Grow a Garden also has that sort of classic look like this. So visually it looks quite similar. It's got teapots growing for it, which makes it a little bit more fun than just growing actual plants, which I believe Grow a Garden does. But I'm not sure if that alone is enough to sort of make it stand out to some extent. You need something a little bit more unique, I would say. I mean, let's see, in terms of players, how is this game done? Well, it's a pretty new game. I think it's still being worked on a bit. They've had 400 visits so far, and, well, it was a month ago they last updated. Overall, I rate this game, right? I think it's fairly fun as it follows that classic sort of tutorial loop. Whether it really has enough to be like a successful game in its own right, I think it would struggle, but you know, given a bit of promotion, that would probably help it. A lot of the time, it's just getting the early player bases, right? If you can get a few players into your game and then see how they act, right? If you can retain those players, right? So if they play for a good amount of time or they come back the next day and play it, well, the algorithm is going to notice that, and then it'll help you recommend it to more players. I am very hot and thirsty. Okay, we should be able to afford the new teapot soon. I think after we've done these, we'll be able to buy it. Truck for $1 million. That's pretty fun. I guess that's why the fence is broken here. But I feel like there's not really any way you can go with the truck. That's why I really like Retail Tycoon, because you've got somewhere to go rather than just being completely stuck in your own area. You actually have to go off and buy those new materials for your shop. Though, of course, in terms of like which is the more successful, well, Grow Garden has massively outstripped them. But I think if you were, I think you'd be pretty happy if you were the developer of Retail Tycoon. Let's be honest. I mean, the game's done pretty well. Not everything is about being number one and ruthlessly following the every single analytic. We've almost got our new teapot. We're just 900 short. There we go. Okay, upgrade it. We'll get the orange one. And we can start growing that. But I don't think we will grind this anymore. But I've had a reasonable amount of fun here. Let's go on to our next game, I think, first. So, AFK Survival by Leclerc Games. Someone says, give your daughter a teddy to play with. She already has loads. She's got a teddy bear. She's got a fluffy bunny rabbit. Someone on holiday gave her a little cat. And wait, what is this? So I need to not move. Oh, but then there's meteors as well. Interesting. Thank you very much for the tip. I see that's getting cut off slightly in the frame. I should maybe see if I can fix that. But I would love to play your game. So I'm getting distracted by... Can we move this box? Because I feel like that is not how it should be at all. It's all weirdly cut off, isn't it? Let's see.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
That should fix it. There we go. Okay, so the next tip shouldn't be weirdly cut off. I want to say you are a goat. You helped me make my first ever game that has 400,000 visits currently. When you have the time, check it out here. Well, thank you very much, Jova. Very much appreciated. Okay, so I have AFK for 25 seconds. And the AFK record is 24. Shouldn't my record be 31? I'm not sure I follow. Why is the record only 24? So there's a combination of the survival element as well. Interesting. It kind of reminds me a little of my Chaos Survival game that I made, which was based on the a mix of RNG games and natural disaster survival. So maybe I'm just an idiot, but I don't actually fully understand this game, which would be my major critique at the moment. So I've AFK'd, but now the timer reset and I didn't even think I moved. And then we've got an obby here that like we're not supposed to do. But we've got to attempt it a little bit, right? And here we go. Interact. Shield ready. What does this do? Oh, it's a temp. Oh, that's interesting. One little fix you should make for this is I can see that the position is being set by the server, which means as I move, you see it's a little bit shaky. So what I would do is I would recommend you give client ownership, network ownership to the client on this, so it'll look a little bit smoother for everyone. So if I stop moving now, my AFK count's going to go up, right? But then if I get pushed, then it resets my count. That's what's happening, isn't it? So I was getting pushed. Ah, so that's another little thing to fix then. But then I barely got pushed then. Was that Peo that pushed me? It didn't look like I got pushed. But if I... Oh yeah, I did get pushed down. But if I have the shields, then we've all got shields, but we can still push each other. So we're not even protected from that. We're protected from whatever on earth that is. That meteor thing. But yeah, disabling collisions would be a good one to have. The Ghost asks, Gnomecode, I have a question. Will you be like gonna all Academy side, or are you gonna do a subscriber special too? Not quite sure I follow, but if you're asking, am I only gonna make content for the Academy now? No, that's not true. So the Academy members get to vote on what the next tutorial series is going to be, but then that video is available for everyone. Similar to how I did with Dead Rails, the Academy members, they got early access to the video releases, and then they got all the downloads for it, but their videos were still freely available for everyone to view. And it's a similar thing with this one, really. And there we go, we've got a new AFK record. What on earth? Oh, skibbity toilet. Dude! What the? Please marry me. Too late. Someone got me first. Okay, so I think I've seen enough of this. I mean, I'm not really a fan of these kind of like AFK style games anyway, like the RNG stuff included. But I would say the RNG games are more fun than this because they introduce more of a reason to keep playing. It's like, oh, well, I want to get the next thing. I'm going to keep rolling. Whereas this game doesn't really have that. I mean, sure, there's the AFK record picking up, but that's not really that satisfying in itself, just an empty number. And then... So I'm not quite sure how you're doing the AFKing. If you're just doing it off movement, which you seem to be, because it's like we can get pushed, then obviously there's the theoretical limit of what, half an hour? Or is it 20 minutes before we get manually disconnected? So I'm not really sure how people can get beyond that like max theoretical limit anyway. Yeah, I just think that the game needs a bit more. I'm not sure if you're still working on it a lot, but maybe it needs like you get a cool new sword, or the sword upgrades for every X AFKs, right? Something a bit more tangible that kind of makes you want to keep playing, because at the moment it's kind of like, nah, I'm just here in a base plate and there's a second counter showing how many seconds of my life I'm wasting. it needs some more of a tangible reward, I'd say. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I think there was something you can do here, but as this person said, needs polishing. I think that's fair. Okay, so the next tip we had sorry. The next tip we had was to play Banjo's Diner. So is this made by a viewer? Yeah, this is by Jova. So this is pretty cool. The thumbnails and stuff look great. It's obviously inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. And they've even done a little trailer thing. Let's see this trailer. January the 1st, 2000. This is nicely done. Nice trailer. Definitely thematic. Arguably, for the trailers, you might want to throw in a little bit more action, because I feel like since you only have 31 seconds to work with, which is not a lot, after like the 20-second mark, I felt like we were building up, and then it just kind of like goes dark, and we get the date that it releases on and stuff, which is fine, like just as a quick teaser trailer. But considering this is going to be on your game page, I would probably try and use a bit more, because that's a third of your trailer, which I'd say not much is happening in. Got to try and use a bit more of that space if you can. And the second thing is, usually they allow you to move around the map, right, which is not present in the first Five Nights at Freddy's, which I'd say is what made the whole thing so iconic to begin with, is that you were just stuck in that chair. You can't go anywhere. Excuse. Sorry. I'm still recovering a bit, I think, from the airplane. I was on holiday last week. Well, this week. So getting a bit flared up with stuff. But enough talking about the game. Let's just play it. See what it's like. So fix camera. Oh, a cutscene's loading. And nothing yet.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
The game's not frozen, but we haven't. We might need to skip that. That's a shame. It's kind of curious to see the cinematic. Oh, now we're getting a cinematic. Banjo's Diner. There's no sound though. Oh, it's just very quiet. I'm used to most Roblox games blasting out the sound. So this is the lobby area, I guess. Here's the diner. These are very small, these doors. I know this is like a pet peeve, but unless it's intentional, but it feels kind of a small scale. We'll see what it's like. Okay, that was nice. That was a nice transition. Friends only, night one. I mean, this UI looks good. I like this one. Okay. Getting ready for the night. People asking about submitting games. At the moment, we're just doing games submitted by Academy members and people at tip. But if we have time after we've gone through all of those and the stream's not too late, then we maybe play other games that people just post in the Discord and stuff. Okay, so we're loading. Tell me to use headphones. Check. Okay, we've got a live system. Ooh, this is nice. We need more sound. This all looks really nice. And the environment work looks great as well. It doesn't, you know, it looks using nice 3D models. It's not like cheaply done Roblox builds. Definitely quality. Ooh, that animatronic is nice. Banjo's Diner. Okay, great first impressions. Fantastic. I wish I could get rid of that low graphics mode. Is that a button for me to press, or is it telling me that I'm on low graphics? Because it doesn't look like low graphics. That's a real shame. It's sort of stuck in the top right there, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it. This torch, is this on? Doesn't seem to do anything. Hold left shift to run. Cool. A little bit of a tutorial is always good. C to toggle crouch. And do I go in here? I feel really low down, I have to say. Oh, it's F for flashlight. Wow, that's bright. I do feel like I'm kind of low down, considering that without crouch, my head is just above the height of the table, and then when I crouch, I don't really move any further down, and just like, that's a tiny amount to crouch. Like I can't even go underneath the table. Ooh, center stage. Here we are. This looks fantastic. This looks really good, this room. Even the vending machines look pretty nice. Oh, there's a map in the office. Okay. I'd say I'm not a huge fan of like these transitions between the rooms. Kind of reminds me of like playing an old school point and click adventure game sort of thing, where, or you know, like even like an old Mario game, right? Where it's like, oh, I'm going on to the next screen now. It feels like something from like a retro 2D game. And I don't believe that you're actually loading in and out the world here, because it's quite small. But maybe you've done that for some sort of technical reason, like with the monsters maybe. So it's like they dynamically spawn in at the point you join them, so you've got like a little buffer set up. I don't know. But I would rather just move through the doors rather than this sort of teleportation thing. Personally, I feel like it breaks the immersion. And this torch is too bright as well. It's a bit blinding. So the objective, can I still see the objective? Or did it go away? Did it tell me where the objective was? I can't remember. Okay, so that's the kitchen. We've been in the kitchen. I want to find the office. I mean, the torch isn't too bright on these areas, for the most part. Like, this looks great, right? Because it's a nice big corridor. But then when we get too close to an object, the brightness is obviously too much. So I feel like they should play about with that. But the environment artwork is great. Like, see they even got a little bit of particles places, right? Just like a little bit of like, dust and air coming out the vents. That's fantastic. So, hip hop swamp. We're looking for the office. Hide in locker. Oh, employees only. Is this the office? Personnel. Oh, here we are. The office. And how do I answer the phone?
Hello? Hello?
That's loud.
Oh, hey, you can hear it. Alright, good. Nice to meet you. I'm Jason, the supervisor here at Banjo's Diner. I'm just calling the night and ready for your shift. Alright, first things first, welcome to Banjo's Diner. As our newest night shift security officer, your job is to make sure the diner is in a safe and functional condition by the time we open up in the morning. Yes, we are shutting down soon, but we're still open for business, so that means you're expected to do your part, and we'll do ours. Now, I won't keep you long, but there are 3 things you need to know before you get started. 1, the power system here is less than ideal. Expect occasional blackouts. When that happens, you'll need to search the building for spare fuses to restore power. 2, inside the security room, there's a board listing your tasks for the night. You must complete everything on that list before your shift ends. Don't leave anything unfinished. And now 3. This one's important. The animatronics are currently undergoing maintenance, so they may wander around the diner during your shift. Don't worry, they're not too dangerous. If you see one, maybe say hi. They'll probably just want to play with you. Anyway, that's all from me. Hope you're ready. And hey, try to make it out in one piece, alright? Just kidding. Good luck out there.
1 AM. Okay, so that's the phone guy thing, which is obviously iconic from FNAF. I've seen the Limitless in the chat saying, bro, this guy with this voice ruins the game by ruining the immersion and telling the brain-rotted players what to do in really boring words. I mean, that's harsh, that comment, but I'm actually gonna agree with him here. The phone guy thing is cool in FNAF, the original, and it's done well. I might die while I'm busy talking here, but I'm not sure it works well for a Roblox game, and I didn't think that voiceover was done well. There was no subtitles, and I'm also not sure about the decision to... Why can't I enable my... Oh. That's really subtle, so... Can you tell the difference between the flashlight being turned on and off? Just by looking at the bottom, the UI at the bottom? That's super subtle. But I'm not sure about the decision to like start the player outside of the staff room. Okay, so we need to find all 4 fuses, which I think are represented by these little billboards. So we've got some monster running about. Okay, that did make me jump. I feel personally that it's similar to those problems that I was outlining at the start before I even jumped into the game. I think the thematic stuff is done really well, but as an actual game, as a Roblox game especially, I don't think it's good. It looks good, it looks cool, and it gives you that, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's feel. Feels like a good scary game. But the gameplay is lacking. It was kind of slow to start, kind of gave me a little bit of tutorial in like, oh, you can crouch, you can turn your flashlight on and off. But then it seems a bit confused about whether it wants a UI or not. It's kind of minimal in terms of UI, right? There's no like mini map or anything. But then also we have this like low graphics mode and things popping up on the screen. And then in terms of what to do, it came through the voice thing, and there wasn't much like text on screen to back it up. And then very quickly, kind of instantly, it's like we were expected to know how to play the game. And if you think about it, all I'd been taught to do is to crouch and to turn my flashlight on. And I'd only just started figuring out how to move around the world. and then instantly I'm killed. Now, that can be okay if you've got like a short gameplay cycle, right? If the game relies on people just replaying the game loads and loads and loads. But with Roblox, that can be quite damaging because I've had to play for maybe like at least 5-10 minutes. I know I've been talking, but I've had to play for a good few minutes to get to that point. I had to join the hub world, do a teleport, get into the game, go through that sort of quasi-tutorial thing, and then get to that point, and then I've been killed. And, you know, do I really want to sort of go through all of that again and replay? Many players are going to quit right here at this moment. And that is, you know, really damaging for your retention. And it looks like when I've respawned in, I don't have my flashlight either. Oh, I do have the flashlight, but I don't have the UI anymore. Okay, interesting. But okay, there's one here. That's random. But then when you've got these guys suddenly approach you very quickly, and then I don't know. I mean, that looks great. The cutscene is fantastic. But to me, that then just becomes like I'm playing Piggy or something. Or, you know, one of those more just like, oh, here's the bad guy, run away from them type games. It's like, are we playing a Five Nights at Freddy's thing? Which, actually, if you think about it, it's not about running away from monsters at all. That's never why that game was successful. The game was about the storytelling to some extent, but it was all about the suspense and the sound work and how it was actually really easy to like start the game and yeah, you can die, but then you can really quickly restart it. Yeah, compared to the other game we played earlier, right, there was less you had to do. So I wasn't like fiddling around with a bunch of different menus. Because having more stuff like this doesn't make it more fun. It's just like more things I have to like go and do. But it just kind of feels like busy work. None of it's actually fun. And is less clear. Like, I have to play quite a while just to get my first upgrade. Whereas you really want to be sort of incentivizing the player early on so they can get that first upgrade quick. I like how the trees assemble. That's really nice. But yeah, you want to get that rush of, oh, I've got an upgrade. Boom, boom. You want that to happen a bit quicker, whereas this feels like a bit slow. Someone asked if this is pre-recorded. No, it's not. I'm not sure why you would assume that. I mean, I'm not interacting with the chat that much, I suppose, but I'm talking about the games. Right, I feel like I've seen what this game has to offer, to be honest. So, in summary, my main critique is, one, it's called, what's the game called again? The game's called Fruit Juice Tycoon. And where is the fruit juice? Where's the fruit juice? There's no fruit juice here. I just harvest fruit and then I sell it. I feel like there needs to be more reward. Okay, we got a quest thing, but we need more of that. It needs to be more satisfying doing everything. We need to be able to get the upgrades, the early upgrades at least, quicker. And I'm not a huge fan of the visuals of the world. It's not bad. It kind of feels like it wants to be classic, but it's not quite classic enough, right? It's got some studs here. But it lacks a bit of charm for me personally. This just feels like a worse version of the grower game that we played earlier. It doesn't make me want to keep grinding, I suppose, because grinding itself feels kind of unsatisfying. It feels like a bit of a chore doing this. Clicking them isn't that. It's not that satisfying. It just feels disconnected to me. It feels like missed potential. Instead, we'll try out Player Studio. No idea what this thing is. Okay, here I am. kind of fun. The character reminds me of those... Excuse me. The character reminds me of those robots from Japan. Can't remember the name of them, but they've been around like 20 years. They were seen as like revolutionary at the time because like they were the first robots to have humanoid-like movements. Anyway, can you actually do anything in this game? Okay. I can color myself. Ah. Interesting. So this is still very much a work in progress thing. I mean, I suppose it's a demo of like a custom character and a character customization thing. That's all working. I mean, in terms of this little transition is quite nice on the menu. In terms of like the usability of this is probably not great, right? Because you have to like manually type in your color here, and then I don't actually know what color that's going to be until I click it and make my head that color. So you probably want a color picker instead, and so you could preview the color and then select it. Maybe you select the chest piece first and then you change the color rather than choosing the color and then selecting it, which feels slightly backwards. And then this like change secondary true false toggle, I mean, that's just feels a bit odd. Roleplay name customizer. Okay, so it's going to be kind of a roleplay game, I see. You're going to add hats, faces, NPCs, all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think I've really got much to judge on. But yeah, we'll come back later when this game has a bit more to do then. So this was a super chat. Escape Hungry Colin. It's a piggy game. So let's go play this. Escape Hungry Colin. I like the name. And the kind of intentionally low effort thumbnail. I mean, it's charmingly low effort. I like it. I already like it a lot. I mean, this is brilliant. Oh wow, that's a lot of modes. Let's play normal then. Oh, these are all teleports. Okay, we're in a glass box. Oh, okay, that's good then. Away, here we go. Right, so I'm guessing the monster spawns in at some point later. I know some of you think this is junk, but I really like it. I can't deny it. I like this. It's just so Roblox. And what's this? A blue. Oh, where's the monster? Oh, it's Hungry Colin. Oh no. It's so dorky here. Fantastic. Uh-oh. Hungry Colin. But in terms of like actual improvements to this game, I would say one classic mistake in terms of like the level design is that there's too much space, right? So the ceiling's way too high. We've got this big box, and there needs to be like obstacles to dodge around, and we've got too much line of sight. So the fact that I can see Colin from really far away kind of ruins it a little bit, because he's not going to like suddenly surprise me. And I can kind of see everything from any point within the level. And also when you create big spaces like this, it means you have just a single wall with one texture. You want to try and break that up if you can, right? So adding in like tiny little things like a little like column here or there can just help to break up like the visual monotony of it all. But just for a little like game jam type experience, especially if you're new to developing, I mean, this is cool. It all seems to be working so far as I can tell. Nothing has broken on us yet. I've got a... Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't think he's a player. I think he's a bot. I think he's just following you directly, using the move to. Oh, here we go. Purple key. And now we've got a blue key. I bet Colin's right outside, isn't he? Oh, no. Oh, it's a player. I think he's kindly letting me live. Am I the only player left? I think I saw a hammer. Is there full damage? No. What is that? Blue gears? Red gears? And another gear, presumably. So let's see. Hammer, hammer, hammer. And wait, didn't we just use the purple key? So yellow key and hammer. Is there anything I'm supposed to do with this, or is this just decoration? I think it's just decor. Oh, what's this? A wrench. Cool. Does anyone remember Tin Foilbot? Probably a bit of an old reference. But Tin Foilbot was like a sort of joke back in the day. Some guy who kind of like intentionally pretended to be a noob, and he made a series of games which were kind of intentionally shocking but incredible at the same time. So he would often have hand-drawn assets that looked like they were doing it in paint. Oh, that's an invisible wall there. Oh, here's the pink key. And I can't even remember where we're supposed to use the pink key. Where did we see the pink key? No one really knows who he was. I think maybe it was his own thing. But yeah, he stopped making stuff a long time ago. But he'll always be a legend to me. And this game, just a tiny bit, reminds me of that. Just like playfully not trying to be like realistic graphics, you know, it's just fun Roblox. Okay, we did a thing. What now? Aha. What's this? A white key. So we have a white key for the exit door, and then we need the code. I've still got this yellow key on me. Does anyone know where the yellow key is supposed to go? I've just noticed this. Eating day, eating day, eating day. Very nice. Well, Colin did tell us he was hungry. Oh, there's the plank. Aha. Okay. And now we have the orange key. Here it is, yeah. Hostages. Ooh. Oh, this is the elevator for Hungry Colin. And what's over here? Is this the code? And we had a bunch of people down here. Can we help these hostages, or we're just going to leave them? Well, we'll take their bullets. Thank you for the bullets, everyone. And yellow key, is that a gun? I'm guessing this is a gun. Yeah, okay. I have no idea how much ammo I have. Where is Colin? Boom, 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 boom. It looks like it freezes him. Yeah, oh! Okay, so it looks like he's still get taken out. My bad. But Pio can escape. There he goes. And victory. Game over. Success. I didn't think you'd be able to kill him when you jumped on him. At least that's not how it works in Teddy. And I don't think it works that way in Piggy. But my mistake. Okay, that was fun. I like that. For a little game made with friends, it's great. It works. What more could you want? And we're going to play the last of the tips, I think. So we've got Teapot Chaos, Let's see if we can find it. Okay, next map. Extreme level space or Teapot Chaos real. I like this little effect on the background of the menu. That's quite nice. I've just noticed we have my gear. I don't know when the last time I played a Roblox game that had gear enabled. What a throwback. Ah, hi Gnomecode, big fan. Gnomecode kills its fans. So is this supposed to be like an obby, kind of like a Fall Guys thing of like a hard troll obby type thing? I mean, it looks fun. I like the teapot theme. Obviously gear being enabled is a bit game breaking. Whoa, okay, that fling is cool. I think you maybe need to make sure the humanoid state is disabled while you're doing the fling. So, is there something at the end? I can't really tell, but it looks like there is something. I guess there's not really any way to like dodge the teapots because they're just falling this fast, and they don't spawn like that far above us, right? Oh, so close but so far. So is this is there a round time on this thing? Oh, the round's over. I definitely feel like we need a timer. I couldn't see anything. Rig the votes. What does that do? Is that supposed to be like a payment thing? Maybe. Oh, this is an interesting little way everyone gets teleported together. I'm gonna use my gear. Not cheating at all. Thank you very much for the tip, by the way, Miguel Henrique. Hello. After that, can you see my game? Choose one of my profile. The name is... Oh no, so much for my gear. I killed myself. The name is Miguel07Mig. Sure, we'll have a look at that. But we've been... Oh, I'm not even looking. Too many screens going on, but... Yeah, I've been streaming for like 2 hours, so... We're gonna wrap this thing up soon. Yeah, this car thing is definitely safe. Nothing's gonna go wrong with that. Yep. And thank you very much for the tip, Mario Man. I don't know if we're gonna have time to play it, as I said, because kind of pressed for time now. But thanks very much for the tip. I'll note down the game and I'll try and play it another time. Whoa! So we'll play Jade Tower Defense first, and then we'll do Grug's Labyrinth, and that'll be the final one. I quite like the lobby here. Kind of sci-fi-ish thing. We've got one tower, and we go over here to play the game, presumably. Okay, cool. I feel like this environment looks a bit worse than the main lobby area. This is a bit too bright, the easy and normal modes text. A nice transition on the doors, but they kind of, I don't know, they look a bit bland to me, especially inside the elevators. We'll go easy on Crossroad. Well, I don't know, this looks cool though. I want to play this one. Let's play this one. It looks much cooler. Okay, this does look nice. This does look nice. Oh. So we went into the elevator which said it was normal difficulty, but now we're choosing the mode. Is that the same thing? Or was that different? That's a bit confusing to me. So let's place down a tower. Lots of information. I'd say this box on the right takes up a bit too much room. And we've got... How do I close that? Text. We've spotted some infected incoming. I feel all the UI is probably a bit big. Now do your job! Like we could make the tower buying things a bit smaller, and the flavor text stuff a bit smaller as well. Quite like the look of the map though. Doesn't look bad at all. So let's look at these enemies. Oh, we can hover over them, but again, it's a bit too big, right? That felt pretty smooth though, the enemies getting killed there. Oh, they're facing the right way when they spawn in. That's a shame. That's an easy fix though. And yeah, all the waypoints and stuff are visible. Another thing with the UI, and maybe you're still working on it, is like we've got this base health here and the wave counter, and they're both in completely different styles. Try and use like just like 1 or 2 fonts maximum, and have a sort of like color palette to your game, because at the moment we've got like multiple colors and fonts going on, which means there's not like a clear style. So you kind of had like a bit of a sci-fi theme in the hub. It seemed to be sort of grays and blues, which you've kind of got going down here. Like the loadout thing is all thematic, but then the top is more of a mess. Little quality of life updates would be an indicator of which tower we own, because at the moment you just have to click and hope one of them is yours. I think you should try and put the like ground info UI in the same place. And I can understand why you'd put the loadout stuff down here, because it's like where you're buying it. But it just feels a bit confusing to me to have like our base health and our wave stuff at the top, and then down at the bottom like towers and money. Because I just instinctively look to the top for my money. The unit looks kind of cool once it's upgraded though. That's pretty nice with like the neon stuff. Is that an infected noob? It's a shame we don't really get to see the mobs because they're killed so instantly. And I know this is obviously like a test thing that you've left the block in. But probably what you want to do is have it like inside of... Oh, that was a teleporter. Have it like inside of this orb, so then you don't actually see them spawning in directly. So that at least then they kind of will transition in. So how many waves in total are they? I mean, I know some games don't say, but I always like it when you know how many waves there are. Partly because it's satisfying to see how you progress, and also you just know like how long you're committed for. Because you know, I could be here, could be almost finished, or I could have like 10 times as much to do. I don't really know. As is the case with a lot of these games, yeah. When you've got a lot of players, the balancing gets off, and that is a hard thing to get right. But yeah, I mean, we're not really doing anything here. We're just kind of waiting, aren't we? Okay, you guys can follow me. I am following you. The tower shop. The doors opening, are they being set manually by position? I feel like they should look a little bit smoother. I don't know if that's a tween or something intentional. I guess you're trying to make it juddery, but it just feels like it could be smoother. Anyway, sorry, I'll look at the shop. NPCs, kind of cool. Storage, hangar, lockdown. Nah, I ain't beating them. Dang, that's why I need some stuff from your shop. So I would recommend trying to get your icons all the same. So you've got like images that you've taken in game, and then like ones that you've hand drawn or whatever. The hand drawn ones look like more stylistically theme, so probably do them all like that. However, it's not entirely obvious what you'll get. Maybe you should use a combination of them both, right? At least with this, it's obvious, like, I know then when I buy it, I'm going to get a swordsman that looks like this. So if you wanted to have both, you could like keep these as the stylistic icon, and then when I actually click on them, it could display like a viewport model of the actual 3D character that you use in the game. That's what I'd recommend doing here. Grass Isle and Crossroads. Here we are. So is Grass Isle not complete either? Is it all work in progress? Oh. Again, I'm still confused about the voting for the mode. I don't know if you mentioned that. Because like the elevator says mode, and then we vote for it again. Is that a different thing? Map difficulty is how hard it is to play on it. Oh, in general. So it's just like guide, and then when we get in, then we say how hard. In fact, I often feel like the Crossroads map is way too overdone, overused, right? And often gameplay wise, it just doesn't work for a lot of games, but people just use it because, hey, it's like an old school nostalgic thing. Even if they're doing like it. Because Crossroads was made for a free-for-all game where you got players moving in all directions, you got chaos, and it works well for that. And people use it for like, team-based death matches and stuff, and it's this kind of rubbish map. But here you've kind of come up with a cool idea, right, of creating a little loop here. So it actually works. Fair play. I feel like this wall builder thing is maybe
need to build a wall.
Bit messy. I don't know. It's not bad, I suppose. It does work. I mean, it's a bit OP, but just like visually, I don't know if I like it. I think maybe it'd be fine if it just looked different. Yeah, I guess it's just work in progress. If it was like a neat little wall model, it might look cooler. I think it's just because it's apart at the moment. It looks kind of off. I think it's probably fine. I've not actually seen anyone else do that, so that's always fun. You kind of have something a little bit different. Because tower defense is such an oversaturated genre, right? You've got to do something a little bit. Not like, oh, you got to be unique, do something nobody's ever done before. Not totally unique, but just something that makes your game a little bit more interesting. Because otherwise, like, there's no grab, pull, whatever. Nothing that makes the game interesting to play or stand out at all. Let's have a look at these mobs. And we've got quite a bit of variation, which I like. It all seems to work okay. I think what this game needs is polish and balance. I think that's mainly what you need. As I was saying before, something to separate this out from the other tower defense games, though. Oh, thank you very much for the tip, Fake Console. Unfortunately, we've reached the end of new games we're going to play, but the tip is much appreciated, and we'll play it on a new stream, okay? But we won't play it for today. But thank you very much. We'll definitely check out Gividi Box Defense. I like that you acknowledge it's brain rot. That's fair. But the fact that you've had a successful game, you should be proud of that. Alright, I feel like I've seen this here. I think we're going to leave this. We're going to get onto the final game, which is Grug's Labyrinth. Oh. Huh. I'm looking for rocks. Is this the map? Because I kind of feel like we've... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I kind of felt like we spawned on top of the map. We're like outside the map, aren't we? Yeah. There we go. Oh, okay. Run away. Run away. I'm looking for rocks. bucket. I don't want a bucket. I want a rock. Oh, okay. We do want a bucket. The monster is maybe a bit overpowered. It's kind of fun though. It's silly. I think it works well for Roblox. Collecting rocks, and the caveman's all mad about the fact that you've got rocks. His rocks. Does it save if I die now? Do I keep my 2 rocks, or do I lose them again? Someone said the Grug's a free model. I mean, sure, but that's not really the point, is it? It doesn't really matter. It's about the game they've made, which is kind of fun. People get mad over free models. As if AAA studios themselves even like make every single set. Oh, okay, so do we keep the 4 out of 10? Well, if we don't, then this is a rage game. Okay, we kept it. So does everyone have their own counter, I'm assuming? Or are it's a Lego man. Or are they consistent for every player? Where was that bucket I found? I keep finding the water. I've not actually seen Grug in a while. It seemed like he was everywhere, and now he's nowhere. Oh, there we go. 6 out of 10. Ooh, what's this? Slender? What's up here? I assume this is the exit, is it? So when we've got all of the rocks, we can escape. Oh, it's Grug. Run away. Where does that water go? Where's the axe? The axe is of no use to me. Not yet. I haven't seen anywhere to use the axe. Oh, here we go. In a minute! Wait, what? Oh, another bucket spawn. 8 out of 10. We're getting there. So I'm guessing there's one more rock we need to find, and then there'll be one behind the flames. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, so this is 9. And I just saw Grug up there. Just turns into a walking simulator too quickly. So Miguel's going to help us get to the room with the flame, because I'm doing that badly. It's not in here. I got this bucket. I've got the rock here. Why are you taking me in here? No, I've already got that rock. I need to go to the room with the flames. Take me to the fire. Take me to the flames. That was the fire. Really? Oh, did someone else put it out then? Because I didn't put it out. Is it persistent for everyone then? Oh no. Because we all have different rock counts, so I assumed that the fire was localized, but I guess not. Oh, it's Grug. Oh, there we go. Hooray! I'm at the TV, trying to escape. Clicking it. Oh, there we go. We escaped Grug. Hooray! I have been freed from maze walking simulator hell. I think the game has potential, but I really don't like those kind of maze games that are frustrating too easily. I think maybe if you had, I don't know, if maybe you could make the maze look a little bit more distinctive, a little less maze-like. I mean, I think it's fine to have like a labyrinth map, but more recognizable sections so that you can have some sense of where you are, perhaps, would help. And Grug doesn't really pose much of a challenge. Like, once you've seen him, you can escape from him quite easily. And maybe that's intentional. But for me right now, if I'm being brutally honest, I feel like the game's not really fun because there's not really much going on. I would like to see more a sense of accomplishment, I suppose, more feedback, more reason to keep playing. Like the fact that the rocks exist somewhere in the maze. I mean, I suppose that is the hook, right? But it doesn't hook me in. It's not like, oh, right, I really can't wait to find the next bland room with a rock in. And I'm saying this, you know, to give you honest feedback. So I'm not trying to be hard on anyone that sent games in. Right, so this is a labyrinth game, and in a way I feel like this is quite similar to the Grug thing. But I think Cheese Escape is more fun. Okay, so let's think about why. I think one, the rat is more fun as an enemy. Okay, it looks slightly more fun, one thing. And seeing him move about is slightly more scary, and there's more like a sense of, I've really got to run away from this thing. I prefer it. Grug has potential. I just feel like maybe the current AI is lacking. I mean, a rat, a caveman, I think both can work. It's not necessarily the fact that it's a rat, but the monster just feels more dynamic in this game. So that's one thing. The next thing is that it is, from my memory, I mean, I played this game a while ago, okay? It's been out like 5 years now. But even though every wall in this game is this like cheese wall, I still think that the map is slightly more learnable. It is a labyrinth still, and you get lost in there, but you can slightly start to get a sense of your way around it, whereas your game is very much just like a grid of like room, corridor, room, corridor. And so it just becomes very repetitive, whereas the Cheese Escape map, from what I remember, is slightly more interesting. I think there's even a little bit of verticality with some like steps and ladders, if I'm remembering correctly, and there's like little secrets, and there's more sense of exploration. Whereas your game, it feels more like I'm just running around in circles. I would need to play Cheese Escape again, but to do a better comparison of the two. But I think if you're wanting to improve the Grug game further, this is a good base to go on, because Cheese Escape has 7,000 active players, right? That is huge. 1 billion visits, right? So they're obviously doing something right, and there's a lot to learn and emulate there. The people that have donated that haven't managed to play on this stream, there'll be another follow-up stream where we'll play a few more games, I think, because this one has been pretty popular, right? It's been pretty fun getting to talk to you guys and check out everyone's games. But that's all for today, so thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in a future stream.